Tony D and Little Joan somewhere in the house, and this is a screenwriter's rant on Moana 2, a Disney movie that I don't know if they needed a sequel. I didn't see the first one, so let's talk about it. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links are in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 15, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. I've heard a little buzz on this. This is the character The Rock voices, I believe. I don't know. It looks like a fairly typical Disney movie. It's animated. It's sappy. It's for kids. It's a bit pushing the bit of the collective idea. I'm not exactly a fan of that, really. I don't know. It's just a stupid kids movie, ultimately. I have zero interest in it. It looks like November 27th, a girl boss movie where she's the girl boss and everything she does is awesome. She's awesome. Everything she does is awesome. She's going to win at the end. I don't know why you would see this movie. She's awesome in the beginning. She's awesome at the end. Where's the journey? That's the problem with a movie like this. This is the problem that's been, to me, with a lot of these movies. You have to have the character. The character has to go on some kind of journey. That's why you see in a lot of movies, and I complained about this in Deadpool, but Deadpool, he didn't have his girlfriend. Like, that's a shortcut to getting it back on track, because that means Wade was down here and now he's got some place to go. If he still had his girlfriend, it was more of a challenge to, give him a character arc. But in that, like, the bad stuff happens off camera before the movie even starts, and so he's starting in a bad place and then he crawls out. With this, she's already kind of starting in a good place. So it makes the journey less interesting. So, like, but it is also a bit of a cheat. Like, the easiest way to do this would have been to start the movie with Moana, and I don't know all the details of the first movie, so I'm just spitballing. But, like, Moana is banned from the tribe because of something she did after the events of the first movie, but before the events of this movie. And now she has to redeem herself. And so whatever bad thing she did happened, like, before the movie even starts, so you just assume it was bad and stupid. Maybe there's a flashback. And then this movie's about her redeeming herself. That's kind of a cheap ploy too, but it gives it more of an edge. Whereas this, because it's such a girl bossy kind of thing, it's like, well, she's already awesome. And, she's going to this mystical island that will unite their people. What does that even mean? I don't even know what that means. So, does that mean all the peoples of the world come together on her island? I don't know what it means. It's sort of ancient and sort of not. I mean, it kind of doesn't matter. It's a kid's movie, whatever, but kids have tastes too. So when the character doesn't have a journey, it's just sort of there. And they're just kind of watching the movie because it's on. You know what I mean? When you're a kid, the bar is pretty low. I mean, I was a huge fan of the Banana Splits. And those were guys in mascot costumes pretending they were playing instruments and singing. And I thought it was the greatest thing ever. So, who am I to judge what you like? But, that being said, Disney did spend millions of dollars. You'd think they'd spend the money to get a screenwriter that could maybe give her something to overcome. Some kind of thing that, I don't know, she's a wave rider. She can make the waves do things. Characters from the first movies. I don't know, give her a new enemy, give her a rival. What about another wave rider comes into town and, I don't know, tries to take her spot, tries to blow up her spot? Maybe the waves are mad at her and won't work anymore. There's all kinds of things you could do. Um, would I see it? Nah, I didn't see the first one. But, to me, it's kind of another boring Disney sappy movie. In its defense, I really have zero interest in The Little Mermaid and those kinds of movies. They're just not for me. I'm too old for them. I'd rather see something with a little more gravitas, I guess. But I guess if your kid saw the first one, or you saw it, and now you have kids, I assume this will be inoffensive. First act, I don't know, she's awesome. Second act, they have to find some mysterious island for some reason, and she recruits Dwayne Johnson to help her. And then third act, she does everything awesomely, and everybody calls her awesome again. I mean, I don't see how it could go any other way. So, either like these movies or you kind of don't. I mean, some people are just Disney files. They just love everything Disney does. They just love, the milieu, I guess you could say, the style. Now it's kind of woke Disney. This is all going down, but like at least doing the indigenous people thing is something that if you're going to do it, you lean into it. This is all indigenous people. So that's the way to do it. I'll give them credit for that. I hate when they just jam in and, various minority groups into a movie just to have diversity. That doesn't make any sense. This makes sense, at least. And, it's organic in that way. And it's playing upon I assume, the mythos of this culture. But, there's a risk of doing that too, in that if you don't have any particular interest in the culture, then you don't have any particular interest in the movie. Or, you're from that culture, and then you always run the risk of like offending people from the culture too, or they just go, yeah, I know all that stuff, I don't need to see the movie. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a double-edged sword, but I would say yes, lean into it, and they seem to be doing that. And I guess it'll be mildly amusing. And anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D, Little Joan somewhere in the house. Thanks for tuning in. I am at the Keyport Parlor in Keyport, New Jersey at 2 p.m. today for my talk on how to hunt the Jersey Devil. Tomorrow, I'll be at Nerdfest. That's in Swedesboro, New Jersey, at the Swedesboro Holiday Inn from 10 to 4. And then at 7, we do the live stream. So if you didn't like my trailer analysis and you want to yell at me, tune in to the live stream at 7. Hope to see you there. We'll see you